And we're back. How's everyone doing? Missed y'all yesterday. We popped chat out over here. Make it nice and big so I can read it. GTR Dad, Bearded Printer, Kegel, JPP. How y'all doing today? So, yesterday was a wash. It was a terrible day. Today's a better day. So I had a bunch of appointments in the morning, so couldn't stream in the morning. So we're going to do it this afternoon. Hopefully I'm not overrunning anybody. As you can see on screen, we've got Vitali 3D. Vitali set over to complete our gantry. Isn't this nice packaging? That's nice. Love it. 3D Medic Vince, how's it going? Sent over the front idlers for the Trident. So we're going to get those installed. And then between yesterday and today, Pi 5, I think I have everything set up on here. So we can just drop it in, power it up, and it starts up and just everything's there. But who knows? We'll find out. Da Vinci, Vince. Little one likes boxes. She's been collecting them for box forts that she never builds. Mainly she just hides in them until they fall apart, and I sneak them off to the trash when she's not looking. So, I don't know if anybody saw my community post, but we've got some stuffs and things. So if you've been following along, which I know everybody has, but in addition to the Trident, we've got the workbench that the Trident's sitting on. And the plan here is to put maker multi-board, that's what it's called, on that 2020 extrusion. And then down at the bottom, we're going to put some Girari drawers for organization. Well, Polymaker was kind enough to send over 15 kilograms of materials. 10 5-kilogram spool, 2 5-kilogram spools of ABS black, 3 kilograms of ABS white, some ASA orange, and some celestial purple. We're going to use... I was going to get some blue, but I realized I have plenty of blue, so we don't need that. So, shout out to Polymaker for that. That's going to be coming up. But in order to do that, I really need to get this Trident up and running. So let's take a look over here at what we got. We got the Trident on the workbench. Vitali is awesome. Spent some time talking with him today. I hit him up the other day when I broke the lever on here. I reprinted it in PPS-CF. I tried printing the entire cutter, but the shrinkage on PPS-CF was such that that didn't work out real well. Asking him about CNC cutter for the Dragon / Rapid burner. So he's been working on that. He's got some other projects in the works that we might be doing in the future on here. As you can see, we've got prints that keep failing. We'll get that off there because it keeps shutting down. Finally got some errors. Got timer too close errors. Which of all the things that cause that, the only one that actually makes any sense is that the Pi just doesn't have enough power, which we thought might be an issue when we put this tool head in on USB. So we've got the Pi 5 to replace that. So let's take this panel off. I need to get my chat back up over here. Back up over here. No, that's not what I want. No. I want chat to be bigger. There we go. And then I need settings. Let's go into settings and turn this so that it doesn't turn off. Where are settings? There's settings. Where's display? Let's just type it in. Display and brightness. Auto lock. Never. There we go. Raj, how's it going, sir? Should probably get a charger for that so it doesn't die while it's sitting there. Let me show you a couple other things we've got going before we get into this. So last stream was with the little one making some Nerf blasters. We've got some parts the designer updated to fix the one issue we were having. So I've got that printed and got to put everything together on the pink one, but we've got this blaster all put together. There we go. So that worked out really well. I've just got some stuff to dial in on it. Like I said, I reprinted one of those parts. Yeah. All right. Back over here. Gotta get this other panel off. I need to print these clips for the 2.4. Somebody remind me of that next time we're working on 2.4. Print the panel clips. Let me see if I can adjust this camera so that it's looking in a somewhat different direction. There we go. Somewhat different direction. Hopefully soon we'll be getting a streaming PC all built and get that all set up over here on this new workbench. So then as far as viewing angles go and whatnot for the stream, should be getting better at that point. All right. get our lovely bottom panel from Happy out of the bottom. Still love this thing, man. All right. So, yep. Okay. So we are going to need to replace this ribbon cable, because the cable that it uses on the Pi 5s are slightly different. Hopefully I've got the right cable. That's not going to be long enough. This one should be. Which one of these is display? That's PCIe. It's camera and display 0. So I'm assuming that we would plug this into camera and display 0. All right, there we go. So we're going to need to get to this to get to that for right this second. Move that out of the way. Unplug all these. All right, so there's our Pi 4. Set our Pi 5 down in there. Penguin Makers, how's it going? Everybody getting ready for the weekend? Anybody got anything fun planned for the weekend? Got an Italian sandwich. Ethernet cord's not quite long enough the way it is. We're going to have to cut that so we can move that connection over a little. I could make a new one, but I don't want to. There. There's our Ethernet cable. What's the pin out for a Pi 5? Right, so it is 5 volt ground. I just wanted to make sure that it was the same. I assumed it would be, but always best to double check such things. It's an expensive mistake to make. What's the project today, Brad? Havoc, what's up? What'd you miss? So, Havoc, Kegel, Brad, everybody. What we are doing is we are replacing the Raspberry Pi 4B 4 gig with a Raspberry Pi 5 4 gig. And then we're replacing these front idlers. This is the with Vitali's front idlers. We've already got Vitali's XY mounts, AB mounts, the shaft retainers, all that good stuff is already Vitali. Now these front things are going to be too. So Vitali sent those over. He's kind enough to saw the video of the speed bench and is like, hey, let me get you those front idlers. And he did. So big shout out and thanks to Vitali for that. All right, now I need to bring that out just enough so I can get to this. Take this screen off. You can't see me doing this, and I apologize. I will fix the cameras momentarily. All right. So, there we go. Vitali stuff, man. I've only gotten one Chaotic Labs thing. It was the CNC tap that I just took off of the Trident. Not the Trident, the 2.4. Cannot recommend. Vitali stuff, man, it's great. The Chaotic Labs tap is the only thing I do have experience with them on. So I don't know about any of their other stuff. But I do know I had problems with this, with the tap. One, the release on it, it was held too strong, and when I took it off, I noticed that the rail that they used had some wearing and was loose and was actually binding, and that was what was destroying my build plates where it would tap. Like, it destroyed a build plate in six prints. 6 prints, it destroyed a build plate. And I don't know about service from Chaotic Labs, but I can tell you that Vitaly's on the Voron Discord. He's got his own channel. He's in my Discord. I've never had him once not immediately get back to me, or within a day get back to me, depending on what time of day I send him a message. You know, working third shift, sometimes I might send him a message in the middle of the night. But man, he gets back to you. Customer service is fantastic. The quality of his parts is top notch. I mean, the AB motor mounts, okay? I got those off of the Voron Discord garage sale section because they were B runs. They were said that there was some surface blemishes or whatever that he didn't feel comfortable with sending them out as his, you know, product on whatchamacallit. So I got them at a discount. I got them. I can't tell. I looked over them. Like, I went over them and I could not find what it was that he said, you know, disqualified them on surface blemishes or whatever. And man, so it's been the same with all of his stuff, man. Comes with all the hardware you need for it. So you don't have to like be like, oh man, I need some different screws or whatever. It comes with what you need to install it. He's a member of the community too. Support those that support us, you know what I mean? All right, so we get this screen out of here. I didn't even have to unscrew this. I could have taken this out this way. I forgot that this wasn't screwed in from the back. So that's actually what we're going to do. Put this back in. We're just going to go ahead. Screw this right back up into there. There's one. There's two. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Now, I do believe Vitaly does have a full CNC kit. Yes. Give me a second. We can double check on that. So, oddly enough, that had all the pins going this way. There we go. Okay, can you put it on the counter for me there? Drop that right back in there. Love you too, Smalls. Thank you. Lovely. There we go. All right, let's go over here. There it is, Safari. New window. Monitor. Copy. Should have put this in the description, but I did not. Natali 3D. So he's got toolhead stuff. Trident for 2.4. What do you got? 2.4 or Trident? Um, all products. This is the full thing for the double T gantry. Doesn't have it listed. But I know it used to be listed on his site for when he had his Etsy store. So I would just get a hold of him and ask him, say, hey, do you have full kits? Like I said, he is in my Discord, or you can ping him on the Voron Discord. Just be like, hey, you got full kits? So like I said, he's got this version here. But his has his own one, I think, is improved slightly over that. V0, I don't know that he has parts for V0s. Oh, he's got Z tensioners. I didn't know that. Nice. Anyway, so there's that installed. Now, I guess before we do this, I could plug this in, fire it up, and see what it does, right? See what she does. Fingers crossed for no smoke, y'all. Fingers crossed. Doesn't seem to be doing anything yet. She's got lights, but that's all she's got in there. Let's go over here and see what it says. Printer's not ready. Attempting to start. Yeah, and that's the Pi 5 we put in there. So far, not booting. Yes, yes.
Can you put the stuff to make the putty in here?
Yeah.
I need it. Do you have the putty things too? Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, logs. Flippy log. Oh, I never set up the CAN network. That's why. All right. So we need to. That's the terrible canvas guy. Getting started. I'm not sure what that is, JPP, so I'm going to say no. All right. SSH. Pi. Paste.
Can you open this for me? Please. Open that for me. Thank you.
Let me see. What is this? Go to site. Hardware only kits. I've never even heard of some of these blasters. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've not done any of the kits like that. I'd like to really do one of the more powerful ones, but I haven't yet. Unfortunately, this also enables paste. All right, this is where we're gonna have a problem. Bit rate. Is not 1 million. $250. See what that does. Get back to Go back to logs. Places. All right, so these beacon. Sees the CAN adapter. That's the tool head. That's the Leviathan. That's beacon. And 0. So it can't see. Still can't see the box turtle. Config. No. MC here. AFC light config. No. Hardware. No. All right. Got the UUID there. All right. Mainboard flashing. Common mainboards. Toolhead flashing. Common toolhead. AFC light. I wonder if I need to do catapult. I might need to install catapult. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So let's go into H pi at local. Let's reboot it. You gonna build one of their blasters, JPP? Oh crap. Chat's over here frozen. My bad, y'all. Let me see. What do we got going on over here? Havoc, that's hilarious. Martin, how's it going? You just flashed your AFC light board? I am not using an NVMe drive, no. There was an announcement on Boxer Discord that a new version of Clipper breaks compatibility. What version, do you know? We are on Clipper 13.0-192. Whatever version of Clipper got installed on it yesterday. Breaks happy hair also. That's great. Let me go see what Discord has to say. Box Turtle. Is it under announcements, maybe? No. You'd think they would, Box Turtle updates, maybe. Uh, 190. Break the integration with AFC Clipper add-on. That's good. That's good. So I guess we need to go over here. To at let's go. Yeah. Would you like to try version 6? No. Four, one, one. Yeah, there needs to be some better communication. Let's go to Clipper. Releases. How many commits do I need to go back? One? I don't know that that's our issue, though. Yeah, Clipper keeps doing this and breaking stuff, and it gets really annoying. Like, if you're going, so here's my stance on it, right? You're a software that, a firmware, whatever, that you know a lot of other things build upon. Before you release and push something live, you need to make an announcement of, hey, we're releasing a change. This is what the change is. Here's a dev version of it. You can download dev and test your stuff with. And do that. Give people like a month to go, okay, these are the changes I need to make. Just like, you know, a beta developer version of Windows, Mac, iOS, all those different operating systems. Clipper is an operating system effectively for printers. You need to, before you push things live to people, give the developers a chance that are building stuff on your platform to look at it and make sure their stuff's going to work with it. That's all. It's not hard. And then if the developer chooses not to, that's on them. But you got to give them warning, you got to give them access to the code that you're going to push out. It's not hard. Brad, I get that. But at the same time, people, if it works, nobody says anything. Nobody's going to post an update in Happy Hair or Box Turtle and go, oh, by the way, it's safe to update. You need to just, you know, give people access to it beforehand so people aren't surprised. So you're not taking down several thousand people's printers because you pushed an update out. Like if an update comes out tomorrow, or, you know, I'm looking at my thing in 4 months from now and see, oh, there's updates. How am I supposed to go back and confirm that it's okay to update it? What is my clipper now? Yeah, it didn't roll it back. But it's still not connecting to the Box Turtle and CAN network. So there's something else going on there. Yeah, I get that, but at some point, new features come out, you'll want them. Like, nah, the resistors are all fine. Like, it was working with the Pi 4. All right. It won't let me roll back, I think, because there was never another version of Clipper installed. Clipper, get. Ryan, how's it going? Yeah, I thought about just sticking the SD card from the 4 into the 5, but apparently, let's see. Go out of here. Terminate. SSH. Change it to 1 million. Maybe I put it for 1 million. Like 99.9% sure it's 250,000 though. Captain Kern, how's it going? Nozzle crosshair, what's that? The dude try to track where the nozzle is? That's new. Unable to connect still. All right, so with Catapult, I should be able to just, because that has it on there. Toolhead flashing, common toolhead boards, AFC light box turtle. Jesus. There we go. Ender 6 is already coax. Well, I just need to swap the V wheels for linear wheels. For linear rail, sorry. Yeah, Captain got an Ender 6. That'll be a fun project, Captain. Well, I'm extremely frustrated with that right this second. We're going to go over here while that does its updating and upgrading and all that crap. And we're going to start working on funner things like Vitaly's stuff here. I think I can do this without taking all the belts off. I think. Probably wrong, but we're going to try. So, item number 1. Undo this. I'm already feeling like I'm going to have to disassemble and undo the belts. I really don't want to do that. There's item number 1. All right. So here's the Vitaly system. And like I thought, this plate here comes off. So I'm pretty sure that I can get this all on by taking that off. Let me not do that with ball and wrenches. Let's get some regular. Let's get some regular wrenches. There we go. All right, so we're just gonna undo this. One, two. Even sent it with the little blue spacers, so it matches the rest of everything. Bear with me while I disassemble everything. Let's see if I can get you a little bit better. There we go. While I disassemble all this. So we are going to need Yeah, hold on 1 second, Zip. All right. What kind of goodies do we get in here? We got some Hammerhead T-nuts. All right, hold on. Hold your horses.
This long will take.
Just that long?
No, this one.
That long? Okay. Like
No.
that one?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. I'm using on a special thing.
You're using it on a special thing? All right, well, hold the other end that way it doesn't stick to itself. There you go. I'm sure she can't be getting in trouble with that duct tape. Do you mean an under 5? That's 6 accessories. All right, so I need to get this out of here. That's going to be lots of fun. Rolling nuts do not want to come out of this frame. Okay. One. One of 4. That one came out pretty easy. Woo! All right. All right, so it's going to use one hammerhead nut and one M5 nut. Where'd that screw just go? Stuck to the bottom of the magnet. Okay. Uh, all right, well that ain't right. We need a shorter screw in there, I think. No, well, that's right. What is going on here? Why is that not tightening down right? I bet you I know what it is. All right, so I don't know if you can see this or not. See the little marks on there where the T nut is actually tightening into that. The hammerhead nut because of the way they're made is coming down and closing into there, and that gap is actually too big. This needs to be ground out just a little bit. Let me take some pictures and send this to Vitali as some feedback. And then we will make some adjustments to make this work. All right, fully tightened down. Still loose because when it's fully tightened down, that gap there is too big. This part needs to be ground flush with this. All right. Just send that over. All right, Captain. See you in a minute. Andy, have a good day. What's the snap maker you won? I do have a set of calipers, Kegel. I do. All right, let's see if we can do it a different way, shall we? All right. Can we, because I've got the clicky clocky door, I don't need this to set flush with that screw. I can have this protruding out some. So I think I can go ahead and flip this nut around. Maybe. Change the direction of it and have them fit in there right. Let's get an M3 rolling nut. That's not the right thing. That's regular 3 nuts. M3 T nut. Perfect. All right. So if I do an M3 T nut, in there, and then 5 T nut in there like so. Then if I put this in, and tighten that down. That's perfect. And I can set it back too. Excellent. All right. So if you're installing these, you're going to want to not use the hammerheads. You're going to want to use regular old roll-in nuts. And that'll get you where you need to go. All right. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no big deal. Just forwarding that information along. Easy enough fix. Just switch out some hardware. And swap the direction on this nut. Dun, 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 dun. There's that. Now, this. What are the best panel retainers for a V0? I just used the stock ones. I had to modify the front ones for the clicky clacky door. They are available on my printables page if you are using the clicky clacky door, because the creator of it never bothered to make panel clips that worked with it. So I went ahead and did that. They're not the most astounding panel clip on the planet, but they are a panel clip and they do work. All right, so we're going to slide that back. There we go. Now we're going to undo this. Make sure we don't lose any parts here. This seems like the part where you could lose some stuff. Not everybody's going to have M4 flathead things to replace that if they lost it. So you want to kind of make sure you keep all your stuff together. Put our belt through there. Put this back in there. Screw back. There we go. Put that in there. The standard Voron doors are split except for on the V0. It's not split on the V0. Well, it's split top and bottom, but not like left to right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, now we got this. I'll just run our 2 screws in here. I am going to try to move these as far forward as I can so that I still have as much adjustment as possible. One. And the 2. All right. Bear with me for a second, folks. We got a guest coming in to join us. Uh, and let's see here. If, screen capture. Hello, how are you today, sir? All right, I just wanted to make sure you could hear me. Okay. So if you're not going to have your camera, I'm not going to put that up, but I'll have your audio in the Discord call here. All right, folks, we've got Vitaly joining us. Vitaly, just gonna have you say something,
Yeah.
make sure that they can hear you. Can you guys hear Vitaly?
Can you hear me? Make some noise in the chat.
Yep, they can hear you. Excellent.
Awesome. Hi, everyone.
So we're installing your front idlers, and I very much appreciate you sending those over for this project. All the rest of the stuff has been phenomenal and solved so many problems that I had. So it's going to be really nice to have everything. Haven't melted front idlers yet, but I'm sure I'd get there.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm really happy to hear that it finds some use on your printer. So yeah, to be fair, I have designed them for V2. And while I was testing them, one person asked if they can test on Trident. I'm like, it should work, but maybe that will not look as good as on V2. And they tested and it worked well. I'm like, okay, so why not also allow people to like install them on Trident just without, these belt clips for Z belts. And yeah, now people use it on Tridents. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah. Now, we did have a question in chat earlier. Somebody's looking to get an entire gantry setup. On your old Etsy page, there used to be an option, I do believe, to get the entire setup as a kit, but on your current site, there is not. So I told them to hit you up, but that might be something to look at, just to offer the entire kit.
Yeah, awesome. For sure. If someone can find it or don't see it, feel free to ping me. And by the way, on my website, usually shipping is cheaper and it has gantry option. And because I sell by myself on my website, for some states, I don't need to pay sales tax until some amount. For some states can purchase even without any sales tax, so it's become much cheaper than on Etsy. So if you're looking to purchase something, better to look on my website first.
Yeah,
it can be much cheaper than through the Etsy.
So currently, I've got your website linked in chat. I'm going to put it in the description of the video after the fact. I didn't think of it. It's kind of in a rush trying to get everything up. But we do have a couple questions for you. Let's see. They're asking about making mini beefy front idlers. I'm assuming for the V0, because we had a question about if you had made gantry parts for the V0 earlier.
No, I didn't. I had my V0 for a while. I really loved it, but now it's donated, I don't know, to some place around Seattle, some workshop. So I don't know. Maybe I will come back to making some parts for V0. Right now, I think I'm working on priorities like AWD setup and 9mm belts. Also, project that you showed to me about filament cutter on Dragon Burner. It's like very interesting. It was fun to work on that. Now I just need to try to make it like in real life and see if it works.
Yeah.
And after that, yeah, why not? V0 sounds good.
Yeah, I was astounded at how quickly you were able to turn around and come up with something for testing and whatnot on your end for that filament cutter. I was like, wow. Like when I first mentioned it, you're like, yeah, I'll work on it. I said, oh, all right, I'll hit you back up in like a month. And you're like, well, maybe like Friday. And you meant it. You meant it for sure.
Yeah, let's see how it's gonna work when it's gonna be. I should have printed it, and it works theoretically, but I also need to make it out of the metal and see how far it will go. It's really gonna cut it well. Let's see. It's not much left. I honestly waiting for a couple of packages from McMaster Car, like shoulder bolts of specific size, and let's see. Gonna be able to test after that.
Yeah. We do have another question in chat asking if you can ship to the UK.
Yeah, I ship to the UK, but also I partner with 123D.uk or .co.uk. So it can be cheaper to purchase from them. I don't know. It's better to test. If I offer international shipping, but when I do it, I also, charge for all like duties and taxes that I need to report. So some people ask me to not charge it, but then it's complicated how I will not charge it, but sell items. So if it's okay for people, feel free to see estimate for shipping from website. If not, 123D in UK have my items, and seems like they're pretty happy. Hope to work with them, continue to work with them.
Yeah, so Raj was the one asking if you ship to the UK. Sounds like he's got partners that he's got vendors over there that you can reach out and give. I know in the US, Fabrico's carrying your stuff now, as well as West 3D. So that's awesome to see your stuff becoming available in more places.
Yeah, to be fair, those guys really, help me to keep it flying because they like give some visibility to the products, right? Because even when I read some questions on Facebook or in Discord, overall people don't know about my products at all. But when they go to like Fabric or to West 3D or KB3D, they like see it and like, oh, that's it. So yeah, those guys really help me.
Yeah, discoverability is a big thing when you're kind of a solo entity. Getting your product in front of people is half the battle. So
I want to tell you that maybe you're gonna hear some noise right now because I'm going to CNC machine. If it's too much, please feel free to mute me.
no, you're
it's
fine.
gonna be like 1 minute or so, and then it's gonna be fine again.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. So what is your plan with this Trident you're using at the moment? You're building it. Do you want to upgrade it to like PFF frame or 9mm belts in WD system?
So I really want to go to 9mm belts on it, for sure. You should see how bad these belts just vibrate. They look like guitar strings vibrating back and forth when it's like printing at full tilt. The prints still look okay, but man, all you hear is the belt slapping, and that's with tensions like cranked way up. Obviously, with the CNC front idlers, I'll be able to go a little bit higher on the tension, but at some point,
Yeah, absolutely. And I probably gonna have another couple of test kits for live idlers for XY joints on 6mm belts next week. So I'm happy to ship them your way so you can try if they will improve your performance. Anyway, you will be able to use much higher tension
Yeah,
not sure how it's going to affect your printer.
yeah, because I just installed those classified steppers, and they've got like the shaft retainers from you on the top of it. And then I've got the CNC Dragon Burner mount from you as well. So everything in here that can be CNC'd from you is CNC'd from you. And it's just, now as far as upgrading the frame, so I know DLL PDF offers a beefier Trident frame. But this frame, I really wanted one of the LDO orange frames, and they were no longer available. And Jason was like, well, he's like, let me see what I have in the warehouse. So this is a LDO orange 300 frame, but it's only 250 in the Z. It's not one of the cubed ones, because this frame was from the batch of beta frames during Trident's development. So I kind of have a bit of a sentimental attachment to the frame.
Makes sense. So, guides that do anodizing, you may find someone in your area who can do it for a reasonable price. I also think that then it's going to be a little bit brighter orange than LDO one.
Yeah. The door does not, the LDO orange door doesn't match for the clicky clacky door. But Dan over at West 3D, I was trying to find, I wanted the clicky clacky door for it. And Dan's like, I've got one, but it's for a 300 2.4, 350 2.4. I was like, take it off your shelf, put it in a box. I'm going to go order it right now. So I got that and I cut it down to fit the 300 Trident. That's how I ended up with that. Kegel's asking, upgraded ceramic bearings, are they needed or worth it? So Kegel, I'm running the upgraded ceramic bearings on the XY joints. And I think I've got the ceramic bearings in the shaft retainers too. Don't quote me on that, but I think I do. I've burned up regular bearings, a few sets in this Trident. So that's why I tried out the ceramic bearings. Vitaly, do you have any information on that one way or the other?
So first of all, I'm not a mechanical engineer, so what I say can be just my personal opinion based on what I read over the internet, and reading specs of different bearings. So after reading a lot, my understanding is that in like real world, not in 3D printers, you need ceramic bearings when you cannot lubricate your bearings very often, but it's because they can run dry. But what I say in my shop, they still lubricated. Also, you use them when you have really high temperatures or you have requirements for humidity and other stuff. But in real world, somehow happens that people who sell in normal bearings with steel balls inside, they, advertise them as higher quality than they are in real world. But when you do the same with ceramic bearings, just process of creating them makes sure that they will sell you better product. So if you can find like good source of normal bearings, even with stainless steel balls inside, it's gonna work well.
Yeah.
Unless it's a low quality product. For 3D printing, I think reason to go for ceramic bearings, only two of them, or if you use very high temperatures, or if you cannot trust, source of normal bearings. Because if you will purchase ceramic bearings, because of the process of how they created, they're gonna be better. But overall, I think they're not really needed quite often.
Yeah. Now, when I used to do RC cars, I was sponsored by a company, Boca Bearings, and all the bearings I ran from them were ceramic bearings, but they were really small bearings at extremely high RPMs. And a set of ceramic bearings would get me through, 1 to 2 events, where a set of steel bearings I was replacing between each heat. So,
Mm.
So it's really nice to have a
Yeah,
bearing
interesting.
sponsor in that situation. But
Yeah, that's interesting. To be fair, I'm sourcing my bearings from the company in China. It's my third or fourth vendor, and we agreed also on certification for them. So, but again, purchasing certificate for every single bearing will make them completely unaffordable. So what I do, I don't know how well they follow this, but we agreed that they do one certification per 100 of bearings.
okay.
And again, it's certification still made by them or by companies that they hire. So I'm not sure how trustworthy are those certificates. But yeah, that's my agreement with them. So they do certification. Again, I'm not sure if it's some famous company that does the certificates, but that's what I do with my bearings. And so far, by feedback, they're good. But again, I have no idea how to check them myself, except running them for thousands of hours.
Yeah. So, okay, well, it sounds like if you're running a printer that is printing at semi-normal speeds and semi-normal temperatures, you're probably fine with the normal bearings.
For me, that sounds true. Yeah, that's I think my recommendation. I was running my original bearings, I don't know for how many thousand hours, and then I replaced them with ceramic bearings a while ago, and they're still running well. What I like about them, they more quiet than stainless steel one. That's for sure. Everything else, I think performance is the same before and after I switch.
I'm just trying to measure something real quick. All right. I eyeballed that pretty good. Trying to make sure that they're spaced the same on both sides.
You have clicky clacky door, right?
Yes.
Then because those front idlers are originally designed for 2.4, and means they don't. You need a little bit move them deeper than normal front idlers for Trident. But if you have clicky clacky door, then you can install them, flush to your 2020 extrusion, and it should work well.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier before I got onto the call with you, was that because I got the clicky clacky door, I could pull them all the way forward, which I'm going to see if I can do now. I don't know if I got enough belt length, though. The reason why, like you saw in the picture that I sent you, the reason why they're completely disassembled is I wanted to not completely unbelt the thing. I just wanted to take the front idlers off, put the new ones on, and not unbelt everything.
Now you know how they work, how they build inside.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, they have a lot of parts comparing to another designs. I mean, another CNC designs.
So you said you're working on another revision to your XY joints?
Yeah, it's for 9mm belts.
Okay.
There are like 2 people who testing them already, and I promised 2 more people that they will receive them and test them for me. So yeah, I need to finish them, and they also like a little bit different version that I sent before, another revision that I hope will decrease amount of vibrations. So yeah,
Yeah,
making them right now.
I was absolutely astounded at how. So I put it together. Just used the little belt tension meter from is it PF Makes, and just set them to like I think it was 2.8 on that belt tension meter, and before, so I always had 2 spikes. No matter what I did, I could not tune it out. Absolutely could not tune it out. I put the AB mounts and not the AB mounts. I put the XY mounts on there, and the tool head mount gone. And I was floored at how well that worked. Like I said, I couldn't get rid of it to save my life.
That's great to hear. That's good feedback. Okay, now it's gonna be another episode of little bit noisy stuff
No
for
worries.
people. Can you tell a bit more about ceramic bearings and how you can use them for RC cars? So you say they just stand longer, right? They work for many hours
Yeah.
versus
So what would happen with the steel bearings is that the balls would get so hot it would melt the races that the balls are in and destroy the little metal races that the balls ride in.
well,
And so after anywhere between a 3 and 8 minute heat or main race, they would be fried. You'd take them out and they just fall to pieces. So having ceramic bearings on, like this was on 12 scale pan cars, and on the big MTs, monster trucks, and truggies and stuff, like they take a beating and they're in dirt and mud, and so if one of the seals on there wasn't exactly perfect, it would destroy a bearing regardless of what it was made of. But particularly on like 12 scale pan car, it just the high speeds, high RPMs on that, it fried them, and they're such tiny little bearings.
that's cool. I don't know. I would like, to test like them on 3D printer. I like see tests from like some YouTubers, maybe you, who will try to run them on different tension for different amount of hours and see how they're gonna work after that. Because right now it's all like theoretical, and anecdotes from here and there that, oh, this works better and this works worse. But I'm not sure how it is in real life.
Yeah, I'd like to replace all the bearings on the entire thing with ceramic, but I mean that gets pretty cost intensive. What is there? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 of them on a printer for a gantry. Like, it gets pricey when they're, you know, what do they run? $5 a
can you
piece or
check?
something?
Yeah, a little bit cheaper. Okay, can you check if you? I think I sent you ceramic bearings at least for front idlers.
No,
As usually,
the front idlers are just the normal bearings.
I see.
I
I see.
have ceramic ones in the AB in the XY mounts, and I'm like 98% sure it's standard bearings in the AB mounts.
I see. Oh, okay. I mean, like, I have quite a lot of them.
I wonder
So
if they
next
would
time I'm
hold
gonna
up.
send something your way.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they would hold up better under high belt tensions than a standard steel bearing. So like you said, part of the selling point for ceramic bearings is that they are quote unquote, self-lubricating.
Mhm.
And they can be, they're harder than steel bearings. And they are all, so they can be more precision ground than steel bearings. And they don't heat up like steel does either. Like all my insulators and stuff like that are ceramic. I'm working on another project that may or may not come to fruition that's going to require quite a bit of ceramic insulation.
So why I little bit question if ceramic bearings really needed for belt tension, because even if you will tension like hell out of your belts on 6 millimeter belts, it's gonna be something like 4 pounds of force. So it's gonna be like not so much. I mean, like, if they cannot survive that, it's super weird. People use them for roller skating, so
Yeah.
they should survive much higher forces.
Yeah, this is true.
But again, I'm not a mechanical engineer. It's how I feel about it. I will be really happy if someone can do technical, detailed explanation about different bearings and if it really matters or not.
I think part of it's going to come down to just oftentimes people just like to do things just because they can. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. I have two things like that. So I why I sell bearings with my products, because I still don't have much time, to make instructions for products. So for me, it's easier to assemble them myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that people can just install them. But I think much better way gonna be providing instructions and then sell them without bearings, so people can use whatever they want. And as soon as I started doing that, people started continue to ask if if they can have ceramic bearings. Like, okay. And then I went through. I mean, like, I overall went for my normal bearings for like again 3 or 4 companies, and then I tried to purchase ceramic bearings for the same company, but I don't know. I feel like myself spinning them that maybe they use different method of lubrication, so I switched to another company. Not sure if they have any difference, but yeah, because people ask, I have it. I have ceramic bearings. And another product from the same category is belt clamps for V2, Z belt clamps.
Oh yeah,
People ask for them for a while.
I just realized today that you have the CNC'd whatchamacallit, the Z tensioners and stuff for the 2.4.
Yeah, and I mean also like belt clamps to connect like your belts on AB idlers and front idlers on V2. So I have CNC'd them as well. Even it's like no reason to do it at all. Because people ask, they don't want to use printed ones, they want to use one from aluminum, and it takes a lot. They're so small to cut them properly and then anodize hundreds of them. But yeah, now I'm selling them. But it's again, I think that printed gonna work the same well as one from metal. It's like no reason to have metal ones. But some people like them for aesthetics reasons. They want to have them on those machines. And that's why I'm selling them.
Yeah. Like so 2.4 that I've been working on stream, it's I'm doing the gantry in the Polymaker PPS-CF, and I printed a bunch of parts on there that I didn't necessarily need to have in PPS-CF, but just because I was doing it, like I did the belt clamps and a couple of other little parts here and there that I'm just like, I don't really need this in this material, but we're going to do it anyway.
I see.
That's been a fun project. We're going to test and see how if I can get better input shaper results with gantry printed in that versus ABS. I would be surprised if it doesn't improve some.
Interesting. Interesting. I just from latest conversations in my channel at Forum Discord, there was people who were coming and saying that, oh, do I have rigid Z joints, Z joints for V2? They're like, what is this? And since like a lot of people nowadays actually try to remove all flags from Z joints instead of, allow some flags to compensate maybe some skew in your gantry or something. So they want truly rigid ones that don't have any like movement, any compensation. Like, what's interesting to learn about and read, it seems, it improves people, so people input shaper results a lot.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to remove all flex from it, because by design it needs some flex to be able to do the quad gantry leveling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still got all that setup is still stock 2.4, and in fact I left those parts printed in ABS because I wanted to have that flex.
That's reasonable. That's my understanding as well. So I was really surprised. I think that that might have some reason if you can, square your gantry absolutely perfect, then maybe rigid joints really will be fine. But overall, I was surprised. I was surprised that people have interest in that. And what was interesting to learn about this.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot of times people are doing things because it sounds cool without a good mechanical understanding of why things are the way they are. So, for instance, we used to have a very similar problem in doing RC cars, where people would take and replace everything on their RC car with aluminum stuff rather than plastic, and would end up breaking more stuff than they did before. They couldn't understand why. And we're like, listen, some of that stuff is engineered to flex. And when you make a weak spot stronger, you're just transferring where the weak spot is. And maybe that weak spot was engineered to be in a certain place to make so that that failed before another really expensive thing failed, or something that's really hard to get to replace failed. Like there's sometimes some reasoning for the way an engineer does something.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
JPP
I think
says
if I,
he uses ceramic bearings on rollerblades and skateboards.
That's cool. I'm curious if they feel any difference in performance.
I don't know. He said he had to run, so we might not get a follow up on that.
Okay.
It's a little bit. Normally, I'm streaming like super early in the morning, so some of my audience that would normally be here be on my stream isn't, but I've also got some people that normally wouldn't be able to make it that have made it because I'm not streaming at first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I'm honestly can watch your streams in real life super rarely because I usually busy at the time when you stream. And today, like, yeah, it seems like it's a good time. I'm still busy, but at least, my hands are busy, but I can talk and I can do different stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy that you were able to come on and chat with us about some stuff because you make some
That's
incredible
pretty fun.
products. And like I was telling everybody, like somebody was asking about whether they should get Chaotic Lab stuff or get your stuff, and I'm like, listen, the one product I've had from Chaotic Labs didn't work out so well for me, but I haven't tried all their stuff, so I don't know. But I can tell you that the customer service from Vitali is second to none. So just the fact that you're always available on Discord to answer questions, to take feedback, and if somebody has an issue, like work on it, figure it out. Like, is it something with the product, or is it something that the person's doing wrong, or maybe their setup's just a little bit different,
Yeah, that's true. But I think Chaotic Lab overall doing good products. I mean, again, I don't have their stuff myself, but it's like good. I think that even before I started making CNC parts, only product I was not really happy with was actually purchased from them. They made this like carbon fiber tube gantry, not square tube, but like normal tube.
Yeah.
And I installed it on my machine, and it was like flexing as crazy. And that was one product that, yeah, it seems like really well done. To be fair, super well done. Machined parts that you install on this gantry. Sorry, it was X-beam. It was X-beam that you install on this X-beam. Like aluminum parts were super high quality, but overall didn't work well for me. For other products, I don't know. But it seems like they have, they're big companies. They're not the one person who are doing stuff. So definitely they can do good stuff. They can test it better.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing about a lot of those lightweight X-beam parts. And that's another one of those things where people like weight and strength is always a trade-off. You're always going to trade one for the other unless, you're going to some exotic materials, but unless you've got, government funding behind your printer, maybe not.
I honestly, from X-beam, so that I think engineered the best possible way. Common anomaly ones. Also, I think that now they call some other way, like super elite or something. I don't know. They renamed themselves, but in the past they were called common anomaly. And this beam designed from mechanical perspective, just awesome. They use triangles everywhere where they should be. They still keep material where it's needed to be for rigidity. So if I would make a product, I don't know if it's possible to make it better than them because they did really good job dealing with material at the same time keeping rigidity.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of their product. I have not seen it though. But I've heard their name pop up about their lightweight gantry.
I have it, but I didn't install it because mine one works pretty well. I have made custom one a while ago from carbon fiber tube. I'm like square one as many other product, but I purchased one with high temperature resin and 2 mm walls, and I made it like I don't know, like 2 years ago. And even after thousands of hours, it works so well. I don't know, super good. It weighs less than aluminum, but much more than usual carbon fiber X beams because it's like has twice thickness of the walls, but performance is great. I don't know, just awesome. So if someone interested to make it themselves, I can definitely recommend cutting them from 2 mm walls, carbon fiber tube, and not 1 mm.
Nice. It was always one of those things I looked at and went, price to performance. What am I doing here? Kind of thing for me anyway.
Yeah. Fair.
Well, that battery sure isn't going to work. It's a little bit oxidized. This one looks really oxidized too. I need a new battery in my caliper, and these ones don't look so great. I think it might be time to just go get some new batteries because these are all not looking good either. I buy all my button cell batteries. Tractor Supply has like a pack. You get like 40 of LR44, CR2032s, 2025s, and 2016s. All your like common ones for like $10. So I buy them from there, but I don't go through them fast enough before they start to corrode. All right, we're at 7 mm. So for those watching, when you're installing your front idlers, you're going to want to make sure that they're the same on one side or the other. How far? If you're not running them all the way flush up to the front of your frame, you want to make sure that they're spaced the same amount on both sides.
Yeah, like if you did the same with your fly rails, YMGN 9 rails that you can just install flash. So YMGN rails is like already adjusted. It's easiest way. If not, Yeah, I saw that some people, someone did kind of spacer for Trident for this front timer. So just print it, insert it, and then install it. I didn't try myself, but I think it is
Yeah, you could definitely either space them off, like run them all the way up to the front if you got a clicky clacky door, or run them all the way back to your Y rails if you have that. If you have those spaced right.
yeah, that's true. I think I should do my special mods for Trident. Just spent so much time. I traumatized and so and everything. But kind of.
You're breaking up a little bit there.
Yeah, because I'm far away. Sorry.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Walked a little out of range of your Bluetooth device, I'm assuming.
Probably yes. I did like a mistake, and I accepted your call on my computer, not on my mobile phone.
Yeah. So, what kind of CNC mills are you using? I was just about to ask that question, and Kegel's asking it too. What kind of mills are you running?
That's a really good question. So, I think it's better to stay to tell how it started. I was interested in the printers, and then on Kickstarter I saw Make Kera by Carvera. It's like desktop CNC mill.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, oh, okay, I will get it. And I was like, I think there's like someone like I got number 11 when I purchased it on Kickstarter. Especially put like alarm to be first who will purchase them, and so I got it with very good discount. And because I live in Seattle, I assume they were shipping them to the port here and then distribute over the United States. I I don't know what I saw in their Discord and Facebook group. Seems like I was first who received it, even I was not first who ordered it. And yeah, so like what I can do on it. I don't know anything about CNC and how mill stuff. So I decided to try to mill out CNC version of TAP because TAP was super hot technology from Warren back then.
Yeah.
They just released it. Like, okay, I need to make it. Yeah, so I made it, and couple of people said, "Oh, can I purchase it?" I'm like, "Why not? It may pay off my care if you will do it." So I cut a couple more, and then people asked for more. So I opened my Etsy store, and people start ordering and ordering. But desktop CNC is super slow. I was able to make like 4 sets in a full day if everything goes well. So it's like waste of time, big waste of time. So I decided, okay, maybe if I can pay off bigger machine. So I have decided to still keep my Make Kera or Carvana. Sorry, I forgot how it's called. And I decided to purchase Tormach. Tormach is like, again, it's not full size CNC machine, but it's pretty big and pretty nice, pretty performant. And that's what I got next. And I really liked it a lot. I used it for a while, made a lot of products on that machine, but it had very small, what you will call table space, like where it can cut stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, table is much bigger, but you're limited, I don't know, by movements. Not sure how exactly explains it, but yeah, you cannot cut the whole table. And even it was a very cool device, I decided to upgrade it to Haas machine. And now I run has TM1P mill in my garage. Why exactly this one is big and it runs on single phase. And it has super big table, what is awesome if you need to make products.
Yeah, at some point that's kind of you run into you can't go bigger because in a residential setting because you don't have three-phase power.
Yeah, I mean, like to be fair, I wrote to my how it's called energy company, and they said that for business they can do it, but I still decided to keep one phase because overall now what I'm doing in my garage is like mostly prototyping, and also if I sold out of some parts and I need them right now, I can do them myself. But overall, I just use it for prototyping at the moment, and I order my parts elsewhere in different vendors that I give my CAD. We agree on like tolerances and everything on adhesive, and then they make it for me and sell it and send it back.
Nice. So getting to the point where you're having to start hiring out some work.
Again, I'm not sure. I cannot call it very profitable business. To be fair, I feel like it's almost impossible, to compare products that you're gonna order somebody sell versus like someone like Chaotic Labs who can make it in China themselves and sell it themselves. So they probably get a big profit on each sold item. For me, this profit is like super small. So I'm doing it mostly for fun. I cannot see it can be like big business where you can hire at least one person.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that my monthly, like, not income, how it's called, what is on the top of the taxes and everything from this shop gonna be enough to hire one person even half day just to package stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, most time packaging, making new stuff.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed though with your new packaging though.
This was actually I decided to use this opportunity to know how it works, how to design package yourself, and how to order it, how to order like prints and for it. So not like I really needed it. I decided, okay, I will learn it, and that was fun. And now I'm using it for next product. I don't know, like this package, except one thing. I really try to find if someone can make it more, eco-friendly.
Okay.
So right now it has this foam inside.
Yeah.
And I saw that some products, I know it's an expensive company, but like Apple or like Unify network stuff, when you purchase them, they still have paper packaging inside, but it looks like mold out of, I don't know how they're doing it, out of paper. And I was unable to find someone who will make this for me. So it's going to be more eco-friendly.
Yeah. That might be difficult. I don't know. I haven't bought any of the Unify stuff in their actual packaging. I bought all my stuff secondhand. I need to get a new I got the USG4. I need to get one of their like cloud whatever. Not like the UDM, but the other ones that are a little bit cheaper. Because if I turn on all the security features, my internet speed just plummets.
Oh, I see. I have this camera and I have this network recorder. I installed Ethernet around my house by myself. So I have cameras everywhere outside in garage and in some other places. And they record everything locally to this network.
Yeah, that's
video recorder. What
I like about them is all their camera stuff. I don't have any camera stuff yet, but it's all self-hosted. Like if it's not going through the cloud anywhere, it's all local on my stuff, you know. So especially
yeah,
for
that's
a
great.
business, especially for a business, you know.
Yeah, but originally they actually a business company. I think that they still business oriented. They not like business to customers product. It just like some people like to use this product, and I agree, it's pretty good product.
Yeah, I'm really liking my network setup.
And my network recorder, I actually purchased it on eBay. It was broken, so I decided maybe I will be able to fix it myself, and I didn't even need to fix it. Somehow, this network recorder, at least one that I have, has USB drive inside, and it was just not inserted.
Oh, nice.
So I inserted it, and it works. That's how I have this network recorder that I got very cheap.
Yeah, the network recorder I have is the Cloud Key Plus, is what I've got, or Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus.
Yeah, it's like I understand it's probably not the best to record big amount of data.
Yeah, mine only has like 1 terabyte or something like that. Yeah, Raj, I'd love to have a UDM Pro, but alas, I don't have $350 to burn on it. Like I said, they've got Cloud something Ultra is what the one I was looking at. It's like, I don't know, $130 or something like that to replace the USG that I have. We got people in chat talking about Unify stuff now.
Oh, that's cool. You think you now can do more stuff on your channel?
Yeah, we can go off on some tangents about some random stuff sometimes. It's fun though.
Yeah, that's cool.
I try to keep the channel more of, you know, a bunch of my friends hanging out here with me in my garage working on projects. How would that be? And I try to do the channel that way, you know.
That's cool. That's cool.
So it's not always super professional. Sometimes we go off on rants and tangents. Sometimes we get a lot done. Sometimes we get very little done. But you know, it's, you know,
That's cool.
it is what
I
it
like
is.
this format for sure.
Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Other times I have no clue. And then every once in a while, get the little ones in on stuff. That was the original plan for the channel. My son was going to be moving out here, and we were going to work on printers and build a race car. But he's decided that for right now, he's going to stay in Jersey. Girls will do that.
How old is your son?
So he just graduated high school. He turns 18 in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then I've got a daughter who's about to turn 14. She's completely uninterested in any of this. But then I've got a 6-year-old who has been on stream a lot lately. We've been building Nerf blasters. She loves Nerf blasters. She loves building stuff. She loves sports. Almost done. Oh, Vitali, the gentleman who does all the CNC stuff, is on stream with me.
Before I forget, Robert put me on.
Yeah, I'm doing different stuff related
Okay, we'll
to
talk to
products
that
I'm
later.
working on. Yeah, it can be a little bit noisy sometimes when I go close to CNC machine.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, my daughter was just out here asking questions.
Oh, okay.
But I put a Pi 5 in this before I installed the whatchamacallit, because I kept getting issues ever since I put this new tool head in there, which is running on USB, and then I got CAN bus network, and I got all this other stuff. It was just too much for the Pi 4 to keep up with. But now I can't get this to connect to the CAN bus network to see the AFC light in the box turtle. So that's fun.
And what toolhead PCB do you use?
So I just put in the Physek H36 toolhead board. It can run CAN bus or USB, but I was putting in Beacon.
I see.
So I needed something that I could run USB to, because CAN bus doesn't work. If you use like Cartographer on CAN bus network with the box turtle, the backfeed from the little N20 motors messes with the Cartographer, and causes issues. So I was going to Beacon, and my other tool head board got the PTFE tube wrapped around it and ripped off and stopped working. And then, so I was like, all right, I got to find something. But I needed USB, but I also wanted something that was an STM controller, not an RP2040, because RP2040s do not handle heat well in my experience. They work fine in an open air printer, but as soon as you put them in an enclosed printer, I've had issues with them. So that was the only option on the market. As I understand it, LDO is going to be having a new version of maybe the Nighthawk or something else that's going to have an STM controller. Their new controller for the Orbiter tool head is an STM controller. I got one of those over there, the O2S's that's going in the 2.4.
That's pretty cool. CAN bus is something I'm familiar with because I was working on like automatization for like factories like 20 years ago on software side. So yeah, at least this is something, if I'm not mechanical engineers, and this part at least familiar to me. So CAN bus was originally developed for cars, but it was developed with thing in mind that it can be not like much bandwidth, but it's going to be super reliable. My idea is it can be slow, but it should be super reliable. It should have good, how it's called? Sorry, I don't know this word in English, but it should be not affected by electromagnetic stuff around it, and it should support multiple devices. So yeah, it's good for that.
Yeah. They're
USB is a little bit different in this thing.
Automotive industry is moving over possibly to automotive Ethernet. Kind of the same, kind of different than CAN bus, but
yeah, it's very old protocol. I don't know, maybe like 30, 40 years ago. I don't know when it was developed. I remember when I was learning about it, it was already old.
yeah, my day job is in plastics manufacturing. I work making fuel tanks and parts for the automotive industry and plastic. So I do injection molding, blow molding, plastics welding, some 3D printing, but not a whole lot.
That's cool.
Well, we're coming up on 3 hours here, and I don't really know where to go on this CAN bus stuff. I'm gonna have to look into that. I might have to end up reflashing this box turtle or something to get that to connect. Everything else is connecting fine, just that it's not showing up. So think I'm gonna call it here and make dinner. I thank you for joining me. Zybertech, Steven, thanks for joining. Let's see if I missed anything in chat. Are they gonna make one that the fans work? Havoc, I'm not entirely sure. Steven, you got a question? I haven't got the Nerf Blaster revolver going quite yet. There's an update to one of the parts. I've got that printed. I'm gonna install that. The one I did get going, it's just not working well. I can show you it though. Yep.
I probably gonna start disconnecting from your call. Need to go as well.
Yep.
Thanks, was fun. Was really fun to be present on your stream. Thank you for inviting. It was awesome.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for supporting the channel. It goes a long way. Doing this stuff is extremely difficult when you having to foot the bill out of your own pocket for everything to make content. So every little bit helps from sponsors and people sending you cool stuff to do on stream and sharing it with everybody. So I appreciate it. Everybody watching, I'm sure, appreciates it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm actually really happy that it's like someone shows my stuff on the stream, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you've provided quite a bit of content between doing the AB mounts and then the XY mounts that I won those on the stream that you did Meet the Makers with Dan over at West 3D. I won those on that stream, so that was really cool. And then,
yeah, that was cool. I was surprised someone invited me. That was cool.
Yeah. And then picked up the tool head mount and the shaft retainers for the stepper motors. We just installed those. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, keep me posted if you like. Thanks for this idea with filament cutter. So if you need anything else, just let me know. If something is available on my shop, yeah, feel free. Just let me know.
Will do. I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your day, and if you get a weekend, enjoy your weekend. I don't know if you work on the weekend or not.
Because it doesn't pay bills. Yes, I work on weekends on my CNC stuff, on fun stuff. So I do normal stuff to be able to do stuff I like CNC milling and 3D printing. Yeah, need to go. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Yeah. Thanks everyone in the chat. It was nice to answer your questions.
I have one question for you. Have you seen the Carvera Air? They've sent it out to a bunch of content creators. A little desktop CNC. What do you think about that?
I would say that, for learning, it's definitely cool. I don't know. It's really slow machine. So if you would like to run production on your garage or even show it on the stream, it's probably going to be super slow because you can cut aluminum very slowly. But for prototyping, cutting plastics or like wood, it's super cool. I personally like Carvera more because It has multiple tools, so you can learn more. Like you don't need to sit next to it and switch tools manually. But I think it's a really cool machine, and I think they have awesome support. So because I received this machine pretty early, and I started cutting aluminum on it. With some time, it stopped working, and I tried to understand the problem, and I found that they have actually with their help. I found that it's related to one of the power supplies. How it's happened, dust from aluminum got in the main board and a little bit there, like to the part that is uh, power source. And during this process, they've been with me on the call and the chat, and we've looked everywhere. And, they like really been super responsive. I don't know if any other company I know doing the same, like hanging out with you on a call and like with video for like 2 hours to figure out what is your problem and solve it. So big kudos for them for that. Machine is awesome, but for metal working, I would say I don't know if it's good, even good enough. Maybe for some learning, yes.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like Steven's asking about the Milo in chat. Like I've looked at the Milo and it looks cool, but um like something like the Carvera or the Carvera Air, it looks like it's got kind of some software and some stuff to kind of hold your hand through learning the thing and being able to use it without having already known how to use it, if that makes sense. And
Yeah,
I'd love to
absolutely.
get something to be able to do some CNC stuff, but I think that I would need something that comes with some software to go with it.
I would, I had a CNC router for a while. My friend gave it to me because we've been moving from United States back to UK, and I donated it as well. I don't have it anymore, but it was very interesting to cut acrylic panels for printers for my friends. It's like much easier, much less dangerous, much more useful, let's say, and you still learn a lot.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. I think it can be a better option because like reasonable CNC rotor gonna cost the same amount as Carvera Air, but much bigger, and you literally can do a lot of stuff on it. Like panels, make panels, sell panels. Already some business, so you may even can pay out it, and nice for learning. And tools are cheaper, so probably this way. Yeah, it was nice, and can recommend as well to go this way. CNC rotor is awesome. For like projects like Milo, I think that's great that community makes them. Only thing that I don't know how to deal with if something doesn't work, something breaking. It's like much higher level products than 3D printing.
Yeah.
Then who will help you to solve this problem? Like with Carvera, I wrote the message in Discord, I start replying, and we jumped into a video call and we solved it because they're responsible for this machine. For open source projects, overall, no one is responsible, so it's driven by community, what is good. But it's like kind of CNC machines is kind of like more complicated area, and price of mistake is super high. Like you mill in something and you broke a bit. It's like depends on the bit. It can be like $50, $100, $200 per bit. And the same with materials that you need. So it's very different type of the product. So I don't know. I would before going for project like Milo, I think it's nice to have already built-in product that you can learn on and then build something for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I will let you go, sir. I thank you very much. If I manage to find a way to get some CNC stuff, I'm definitely going to shoot you a message and be like, hey, where do I start?
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Happy to help. I need to go.
Won't ask you to hold my hand
again.
the whole time, but pointing me in the right direction, I will definitely send you a message on where to start.
Okay. Okay, thanks for your time. It was awesome. Thank you again for invitation to your stream. It was amazing. And thanks for everyone in the chat who asked questions.
Yeah.
It's interesting to talk to the people in the chat. It was cool. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going, so bye.
Bye. Well, guys, with that, I think I am also going to sign off. I'm going to figure out Canva stuff off camera. Nobody wants to watch me be irritated and pissed off. I'll follow up with what I did. I'm changing the bit rate, so I'm going to have to reflash that board, and hopefully in that process we can get it to communicate. I do need to get this printer up and going, though, so I can start printing all the stuff for this project that I have a deadline on. And also means I need to get that 2.4 up and going. So we're going to be back streaming again tomorrow at some point. I don't think in the morning. The little one wants to go to the ODNR range and play with her 22 a little bit. So we'll be going out there in the morning to do that. So we'll probably be back in the afternoon or evening again tomorrow. Steven, did you say you found the wow factor lacking on the revolving rifle or on the Nighthawk? On the blaster? Yeah, I think I like it. It's cool. We'll see once I get it going a little bit better, but I really do like the pistols. I really want to build something high powered. So we're going to have to see if I can't come up with the funds to do that. I've got, like I said, I got a $20 gift card over to West 3D, but I need to order some fasteners, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I can come up with the money for a blaster kit from West 3D and those fasteners and a roll of filament to get me some free shipping. So we'll see what we can do with that in the future. There's also some really cool ones that are stringers that we might check out and try. Regardless of what I think, the little one loves them, so we're gonna keep doing them as long as Sheila keeps like building them and playing with them. Before stream, we had an hour-long Nerf battle in the garage. I keep finding Nerf darts that I have to pick up. So, anyway, with that, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Links in the descriptions for all the normal YouTuber stuff. I'll update this with a link to Vitali's site as well in the description. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Later.